Imagine this. A 71-year-old man, seemingly in good health, goes to bed after a routine evening. Nothing unusual, no complaints, no signs of distress. But by morning, he never wakes up. His family is left in shock, struggling to understand how someone who appeared perfectly fine the night before could be gone without warning. As a physician with decades of experience, I've seen this scenario unfold far too many times. The cause? Often, it's not some mysterious illness or undiagnosed condition. It's the result of small, seemingly harmless nighttime habits that, over time, can silently erode your health. The truth is, after the age of 70, certain evening routines can significantly increase the risk of stroke, heart attack, and even sudden death. The worst part? Most people don't even realize they're making these mistakes. But here's the good news. By identifying these hidden risks and making just a few simple changes, you can dramatically improve your sleep, protect your heart, and extend your lifespan. Have you ever woken up feeling exhausted, even after a full night's sleep? Do you frequently get up to use the bathroom? Or perhaps you experience nighttime indigestion, thinking it's just an inconvenience? These may seem like minor annoyances, but they could be warning signs of something far more serious. In the next section, we'll break down the most common bedtime mistakes that are putting your health at risk, and, more importantly, what you can do to fix them starting tonight. Before we go further, let me ask you, do you have any nighttime habits that you suspect might be affecting your health? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could be life-changing. The hidden dangers of an irregular sleep schedule, how it could be harming your health without you knowing. Imagine this. A 72-year-old man, Robert, had always been a night owl. Some nights, he would stay up watching television until 2 a.m. Other nights, he'd go to bed at 9 p.m. but wake up several times during the night. His family never suspected anything was wrong. After all, he seemed healthy. But one morning, Robert didn't wake up. He had suffered a fatal stroke in his sleep. Could this tragedy have been prevented? The truth is, an inconsistent sleep schedule is not just an inconvenience. It could be silently damaging your health. Sleep is not simply about getting enough hours. It's about maintaining a consistent routine that aligns with your body's circadian rhythm, the internal biological clock that regulates sleep and wakefulness. And if you are over 60, ignoring this clock could be a serious mistake. The science behind sleep schedules and circadian rhythm. Your body thrives on routine. This is why you feel hungry at the same time every day, why you wake up just before your alarm if you have a regular schedule, and why disrupting that schedule can make you feel fatigued and disoriented. According to Dr. Charles Cheesler, a renowned sleep scientist from Harvard Medical School, the body's internal clock operates on a roughly 24-hour cycle, controlled by the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, in the hypothalamus. This clock regulates the release of melatonin, a hormone that signals your body when it's time to sleep. But here's the catch. If your sleep schedule is inconsistent, your brain struggles to regulate melatonin levels properly, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Over time, this disruption can lead to increased risk of cardiovascular disease, higher likelihood of cognitive decline, greater susceptibility to metabolic disorders like diabetes, weakened immune function. If you frequently change your bedtime or wake-up time, you might be unknowingly putting your body under chronic stress, the kind that slowly wears down your health. The shocking impact of irregular sleep on heart health. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Circulation by researchers from Brigham and Women's Hospital found that individuals with irregular sleep schedules had an 87% higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease compared to those with a consistent routine. Why? Because poor sleep habits elevate blood pressure, increase inflammation, and lead to arterial stiffness, a dangerous combination that sets the stage for heart attacks and strokes. Did you know? A 2023 study from Northwestern University found that seniors who slept and woke up at irregular times had twice the risk of hypertension compared to those with stable sleep schedules. If you have a fluctuating bedtime, it's not just about feeling groggy the next day. Your heart is paying the price. And over time, that cost can become fatal. sleep schedule disruptions, and cognitive decline. Now, let's talk about something even more alarming, your brain health. A study led by Dr. Matthew Walker, a professor of neuroscience at UC Berkeley, found that individuals over 60 who had erratic sleep patterns experienced faster cognitive decline, greater risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, increased buildup of beta amyloid, a toxic protein linked to dementia. Sleep is when the brain clears out waste products, consolidates memories, and strengthens neural connections. When you constantly shift your sleep schedule, you disrupt this crucial process, leading to memory problems, difficulty concentrating, and even structural brain damage over time. Reality check. If you're waking up at 6 a.m. one day and 10 a.m. the next, your brain isn't getting the stability it needs. And the scariest part? You won't notice the effects immediately. They creep up over the years until one day you realize your memory isn't what it used to be. Irregular sleep and metabolic dysfunction, the hidden link to weight gain. Do you ever wonder why some people struggle with weight even though they eat the same amount of food? The answer might be their sleep schedule. A study published in Diabetes Care found that people with irregular sleep schedules had a 27% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that includes high blood pressure, increased belly fat, insulin resistance, elevated cholesterol levels. Why does this happen? Because disrupting your circadian rhythm throws off your metabolism, leading to impaired insulin sensitivity, increasing diabetes risk, dysregulated hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, causing cravings and overeating, slower calorie burning, leading to weight gain. Fact: a 2021 study by the National Institute on Aging found that people who slept at inconsistent times had a 58% higher chance of obesity compared to those with a regular sleep pattern. If you're trying to manage your weight, but your sleep schedule is erratic, no diet or workout plan will work effectively. Your body needs consistency to function properly. How to fix an irregular sleep schedule, starting tonight. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I fix this? Is it too late? The good news? It's never too late to improve your sleep habits. Here's what you need to do. Set a fixed bedtime and wake-up time every single day, even on weekends. Even if you don't feel sleepy, your body will adjust over time. Expose yourself to natural sunlight in the morning. This helps reset your circadian rhythm and tells your brain it's time to be awake. Avoid blue light at night. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin production and tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Both can disrupt deep sleep, even if you don't feel the effects immediately. Practice a wind-down routine. Reading, meditation, or deep breathing exercises can signal your body that it's time to sleep. Be patient. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to fully reset your sleep schedule. Stick with it, even if it feels hard at first. Final warning: your health depends on this. If you've been living with an inconsistent sleep schedule for years, now is the time to change. Remember Robert? His story is a wake-up call. He didn't have a diagnosed illness. He didn't show any warning signs. But his unstable sleep habits were quietly increasing his risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and metabolic disorders until it was too late. Don't wait for a health crisis to take sleep seriously. Tonight, make the commitment to go to bed and wake up at the same time. Your body, your brain, and your future self will thank you. If you found this helpful, share it with a loved one who needs to hear this. Sleep well, live well. It started as a simple afternoon routine. Every day after lunch, Robert, a 75-year-old retired engineer, would sink into his favorite recliner, close his eyes, and drift off into a peaceful nap. At first, it was just 15 or 20 minutes, just enough to recharge. But gradually, those naps stretched longer. 30 minutes turned into an hour turned into 2. And then, Robert began noticing something strange. He'd lie in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, unable to fall asleep. The peaceful slumber he once had was now replaced by restless tossing and turning. He felt exhausted in the morning, despite spending hours in bed. He assumed it was just getting older. But what if his naps were actually making things worse? Are you napping too much? Here's what science says. We all love a good nap. A quick power nap can boost memory, improve focus, and even enhance mood. But can too much daytime sleep sabotage your nighttime rest? Research says, yes, it can. Dr. Michael Grandner, director of the Sleep and Health Research Program at the University of Arizona, warns that excessive napping can throw off the body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. According to his research, frequent long naps during the day can reduce sleep pressure at night, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. A large-scale study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that people who napped for more than an hour during the day were 30% more likely to struggle with insomnia. The study followed over 3,000 older adults and discovered that those who regularly took long naps experienced difficulty falling asleep at night, more frequent nighttime awakenings, less overall sleep quality, and it gets worse. A groundbreaking study from the Shanghai Jiaotong University found that older adults who frequently napped for more than 90 minutes had a 25% higher risk of cognitive decline compared to those who limited their naps to under 30 minutes. So, if you've been feeling groggy during the day but struggling to sleep at night, your naps might be the culprit. Why long naps can disrupt your sleep cycle. To understand why excessive napping is harmful, let's talk about sleep pressure, the body's natural drive to sleep. Think of sleep pressure like filling a balloon with air. The longer you stay awake, the more air, or sleepiness, builds up in your balloon. By bedtime, it's fully inflated, and you're ready to fall asleep. But what happens if you take a long nap in the afternoon? It's like letting air out of the balloon too soon. By the time bedtime rolls around, there's not enough pressure left, making it harder to fall asleep. This leads to lying awake for hours, feeling restless, lighter, fragmented sleep, waking up feeling unrefreshed. Dr. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist and author of Why We Sleep, explains, if you nap too long or too late, it's like snacking before a big meal. You take away the body's appetite for sleep, leading to nighttime struggles. The Goldilocks nap. How to nap without ruining your sleep. So, does this mean you should avoid naps altogether? Not at all. Napping can be beneficial if done correctly. Here's how to nap the right way. Keep it short. Experts recommend 20 to 30 minutes max. This is enough to refresh your mind without entering deep sleep, which can make you feel groggy. Nap early in the day. The best time for a nap is before 3 p.m. Napping too late can interfere with your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Be consistent if you nap regularly. Try to do it at the same time every day to help your body maintain a steady rhythm. Listen to your body. If you feel excessively tired during the day, it might not be a nap problem. It could be poor nighttime sleep. Are you at risk? Signs you might be napping too much. Take a look at these common warning signs. You struggle to fall asleep at night. You wake up multiple times during the night. You feel groggy instead of refreshed after your nap. You rely on long naps just to make it through the day. If you checked off more than one of these, your nap habits might need an adjustment. How to reset your sleep pattern if naps are disrupting your nights. If you suspect that long naps are hurting your nighttime sleep, try this simple 3-day sleep reset. Step 1. Cut down your nap time. Limit naps to 20 to 30 minutes and set an alarm if needed. If you feel extremely tired, try light movement or exposure to sunlight instead of napping. Step 2. Stick to a strict bedtime. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps train your body to expect sleep at the right times. Step 3. Get natural light in the morning. Morning sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep at night and wake up refreshed. Bonus tip: if you feel an energy dip in the afternoon, try drinking a glass of water or taking a short walk instead of reaching for the couch. Final thoughts. Napping isn't bad, but timing matters. Let's be clear, naps are not the enemy. In fact, when done right, they can be a powerful tool for boosting energy and cognitive function. But napping too long or too late in the day can seriously mess with your sleep cycle. So, if you've been struggling with sleep at night, take a closer look at your nap habits. A small adjustment, like shortening your nap or moving it earlier, could be the key to finally getting the deep, restful sleep you deserve. What about you? Have you ever noticed naps affecting your nighttime sleep? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more sleep and health tips. The hidden dangers of late-night stimulants. How caffeine and nicotine may be silently wrecking your sleep. Imagine this. You finally crawl into bed after a long day, expecting to drift into a peaceful night's sleep. But instead, you toss and turn, your mind racing, your body restless. You check the clock, 2 a.m. Why are you still awake? You had a long day, you should be exhausted. Now, what if I told you that your evening cup of coffee or that last cigarette before bed might be sabotaging your sleep without you even realizing it? The truth is, consuming stimulants like caffeine or nicotine too close to bedtime can keep your nervous system in overdrive, preventing your body from fully entering the deep, restorative stages of sleep. But here's the real shocker. It's not just about losing a few hours of rest. Studies show that poor sleep caused by stimulants can significantly increase your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even premature death. So, if you're serious about improving your health and longevity, this is something you need to pay attention to right now. Let's break this down and uncover how caffeine and nicotine are stealthily destroying your sleep, and most importantly, what you can do to fix it. 1. Caffeine, the silent sleep disruptor that lingers in your body for hours. Most people think of caffeine as just a morning pick-me-up. But here's something most people don't realize. Caffeine stays in your system much longer than you think. According to Dr. Matthew Walker, a renowned neuroscientist and author of Why We Sleep, caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours. This means that if you drink a cup of coffee at 4 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your system by 10 p.m., and by 4 a.m., a quarter of it is still there. But it gets worse. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a neurotransmitter that makes you feel tired. Instead of naturally winding down in the evening, your brain remains artificially alert, leading to difficulty falling asleep. Even if you do manage to fall asleep, caffeine reduces deep sleep, the stage where your body repairs itself and consolidates memories. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that consuming caffeine even 6 hours before bedtime reduced sleep quality by at least 1 hour, without the person even realizing it. Think about that. Even if you drink coffee in the afternoon, it can still steal an hour of sleep from you without you feeling it. Over time, this chronic sleep deprivation can lead to weight gain, mood disorders, and an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. So what's the solution? Try cutting off caffeine at least 8 to 10 hours before bedtime. Switch to decaffeinated coffee or herbal tea in the evening. Be mindful of hidden caffeine in chocolate, sodas, and even some medications. If you think you can sleep fine with caffeine in your system, you might want to reconsider. You don't feel sleep deprivation immediately. It accumulates slowly over time, and by the time you notice, the damage may already be done. 2. Nicotine, the sleep killer masquerading as a relaxant. Have you ever heard someone say, "I need a cigarette to relax before bed"? Here's the hard truth. Nicotine doesn't relax you. It actually stimulates your nervous system. Nicotine is a stimulant, just like caffeine. It triggers the release of adrenaline, speeds up your heart rate, and increases alertness. All things that make it harder for your body to transition into sleep mode. A study from Johns Hopkins University found that smokers are 4 times more likely to experience poor sleep compared to non-smokers. And it's not just about falling asleep. Nicotine disrupts your sleep cycle in multiple ways. More frequent wake-ups, even if you do manage to sleep. Nicotine withdrawal can cause you to wake up multiple times throughout the night. Less deep sleep. Smokers spend less time in REM sleep, which is essential for cognitive function and emotional regulation. Increased risk of sleep apnea. Research published in the American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine found that smoking increases the likelihood of developing sleep apnea, a dangerous condition where breathing repeatedly stops during sleep. And here's the worst part. The later in the evening you smoke, the worse these effects become. So what can you do? If quitting smoking entirely feels overwhelming, start by avoiding nicotine at least 3 to 4 hours before bed. Try nicotine patches or gums with a lower dose in the evening to reduce withdrawal-induced sleep disruptions. If you're using vaping as an alternative, be aware that many e-cigarettes contain just as much, if not more, nicotine as traditional cigarettes. The bottom line? The relaxing cigarette before bed is a myth. It's actually keeping you in a state of stress all night long. Why this matters more than you think. Most people underestimate how much one bad night of sleep can impact their health. But what if your bad nights are happening every single night because of your caffeine or nicotine habits? Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to a 48% increased risk of heart disease, Harvard Medical School, a 33% higher likelihood of obesity, National Sleep Foundation, A 20% greater chance of developing Alzheimer's. Dr. Mike Nettergaard, University of Rochester. And the most shocking statistic? People who consistently sleep less than 6 hours per night are 12% more likely to die prematurely than those who get adequate rest. So, if you're consuming stimulants late in the day, you're not just affecting your sleep, you're gambling with your long-term health. The simple fix: what you can do tonight for better sleep. The good news? You don't have to suffer from sleepless nights forever. Here's how you can take back control. Cut off caffeine by 2 p.m. if you need an afternoon boost. Try green tea, which has less caffeine and contains calming L-theanine. Avoid nicotine 3 to 4 hours before bed. If you smoke or vape, set a cutoff time in the evening. Create a relaxing nighttime routine. Swap your evening cigarette or coffee for a warm bath, meditation, or light stretching to naturally wind down. Be mindful of hidden stimulants. Energy drinks, diet pills, and even some pain relievers contain caffeine or other sleep-disrupting chemicals. The challenge: try going 1 week without caffeine or nicotine after 2 p.m. and see how your sleep improves. You might be surprised at how much more rested and energized you feel. Final thought: are your habits secretly shortening your life? If you've made it this far, you now know the truth. Caffeine and nicotine aren't just keeping you awake. They might be slowly destroying your health. So what will you do tonight? Will you continue the cycle of sleepless nights and exhaustion? Or will you make one small change to give your body the rest it deserves? Drop a comment below if you've ever struggled with sleep because of caffeine or nicotine. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because good sleep isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for a longer, healthier life. The hidden danger of skipping a bedtime routine. Imagine this. It's 11:30 p.m. You've had a long day, and instead of winding down, you grab your phone and start scrolling through social media. One video leads to another. And before you know it, it's past midnight. You finally force yourself to put the phone down. But you toss and turn for an hour before you can fall asleep. The next morning, you wake up exhausted, groggy, and unfocused. Sound familiar? Now, here's what most people don't realize. Skipping a bedtime routine doesn't just ruin your sleep quality. It could be silently damaging your brain, increasing your risk of heart disease, and even shortening your lifespan. Dr. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist and sleep researcher at the University of California, Berkeley, warns, sleep is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. But what happens if your brain never receives the signal that it's time to sleep? The blue light trap: how your screens are keeping you awake. Many people believe that simply getting into bed is enough to signal the body that it's time to sleep. But if you've been watching TV, scrolling through Instagram, or playing games on your phone, your brain is nowhere near ready for rest. According to research from Harvard Medical School, exposure to blue light from electronic screens suppresses melatonin production, the very hormone responsible for making you feel sleepy. In fact, one study found that blue light exposure before bed can delay melatonin release by up to 90 minutes, making it significantly harder to fall asleep. And the consequences go beyond just feeling tired. The National Sleep Foundation reports that chronic sleep deprivation is linked to increased risk of stroke and heart attack, weakened immune system, higher levels of stress and anxiety, faster cognitive decline. In other words, your nighttime TikTok binge might not seem like a big deal now, but over time, it could be silently eroding your long-term health. High-intensity content: why action movies and thrillers are a sleep killer. Even if you're not using a phone, what you watch on TV before bed still matters. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to fall asleep after watching a suspenseful thriller or an intense action movie? A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that consuming stimulating media before bed, such as violent TV shows, horror movies, or high-energy video games, increases heart rate and adrenaline levels, making it much harder for the brain to relax. Dr. Charles Cheesler, a sleep expert at Harvard Medical School, explains, your body needs time to transition into sleep mode. If you engage in activities that keep your brain in a heightened state of alertness, you're essentially working against your own biology. The solution? Avoid intense media at least an hour before bed. Instead, opt for soothing activities that help your body recognize that sleep is approaching. The science of a perfect bedtime routine. So, If watching TV and scrolling through your phone at night is bad for sleep, what should you do instead? Establishing a consistent bedtime routine is the key. Dr. Rebecca Robbins, a sleep researcher at Brigham and Women's Hospital, states, a relaxing pre-bedtime routine can significantly improve sleep quality, enhance memory consolidation, and promote long-term brain health. A great nighttime routine doesn't have to be complicated, but it does need to send a clear signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. Here are 3 science-backed bedtime habits that can transform your sleep. Read a physical book, not an e-book. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to relax the mind. In a study from the University of Sussex, researchers found that reading a book for just 6 minutes before bed reduced stress levels by 68%, more than listening to music or drinking tea. However, avoid e-books or tablets, as they still emit blue light. Instead, opt for a physical book or a Kindle with an e-ink display that doesn't interfere with melatonin production. Take a warm bath or shower. Taking a warm bath or shower before bed can significantly improve sleep quality. Research from the University of Texas found that people who took a hot bath 90 minutes before bedtime fell asleep faster and experienced deeper, more restorative sleep. The reason? Your body temperature naturally drops before sleep, signaling to your brain that it's time to rest. A warm bath artificially raises your body temperature, and as it cools down afterward, it triggers this natural sleep-inducing process. Practice deep breathing or meditation. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques are proven to enhance sleep. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that individuals who practiced mindfulness meditation before bed experienced less insomnia, lower stress levels, and improved overall sleep quality. If you're new to meditation, start with box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, helping you relax and prepare for sleep. Why a bedtime routine could extend your life. The importance of consistent bedtime habits goes far beyond just feeling rested. Scientists have found that poor sleep hygiene is linked to increased risk of serious health conditions, including heart disease. A study from the European Heart Journal found that people who get insufficient sleep have a 48% higher risk of developing heart disease, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Research from Washington University shows that poor sleep quality accelerates the buildup of beta-amyloid plaques in the brain, a key marker of Alzheimer's disease. Shortened lifespan. A 2017 study published in Sleep Health revealed that people with irregular sleep schedules had a greater risk of early mortality compared to those with a consistent sleep routine. Dr. Walker emphasizes, sleep is not an optional lifestyle luxury, it's a fundamental pillar of health. Without it, we significantly compromise both the quality and quantity of our lives. The challenge: try this for 1 week. Now that you know the science, here's a challenge: commit to a structured bedtime routine for just 1 week. No screens 60 minutes before bed. Read a book, take a bath, or practice deep breathing. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. After 1 week, see how you feel. Most people report waking up feeling more refreshed, falling asleep faster and easier, having more energy throughout the day. The best part? Once you develop a healthy bedtime habit, your body will automatically start preparing for sleep without you even thinking about it. Final thought: don't let poor sleep steal your health. So, the next time you're tempted to binge-watch Netflix until 2 a.m. or mindlessly scroll on your phone in bed, remember this: your sleep is your body's reset button. Without it, every aspect of your health suffers. Make the commitment to prioritize your bedtime routine, and you'll see the difference in your sleep, your mood, and your overall health. What's your nighttime routine? Drop a comment below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing health tips. The hidden dangers of a poor sleep environment. How your bedroom might be sabotaging your health. Imagine this: you go to bed at a reasonable hour, expecting to wake up feeling refreshed. But instead, you find yourself tossing and turning, waking up groggy, and struggling through the day with low energy. You might blame stress, diet, or even aging. But have you ever considered that your sleep environment could be the silent culprit behind your restless nights? Many people underestimate the impact of their sleep surroundings. A noisy, too bright, or uncomfortable bedroom can significantly reduce sleep quality, increasing the risk of insomnia, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Today, We're going to uncover the science-backed truth about how your sleep environment could be sabotaging your health, and what simple changes can transform your nights into a restorative experience. 1. The silent sleep killer, noise pollution. Have you ever been woken up by a car honking, a dog barking, or the hum of an air conditioner? Even if you don't fully wake up, noise can disrupt deep sleep cycles, preventing your body from reaching the restorative stages it needs. What science says. A study by Dr. Matthias Bassner, a professor at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, found that nighttime noise exposure is linked to increased levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, these elevated hormones contribute to high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and even memory problems. In another study published in the journal Sleep, researchers found that even low-level background noise, such as a ticking clock or distant traffic, can fragment sleep, leading to fatigue and reduced cognitive function the next day. How to fix it? Use white noise machines or fan sounds to block out disruptive noises. White noise creates a consistent auditory backdrop that helps your brain ignore sudden changes in sound. Invest in noise-blocking curtains and soundproofing materials if you live in a noisy neighborhood. If possible, move your bed away from windows or sources of external noise. The quieter your environment, the deeper and more restorative your sleep will be. 2. The hidden enemy. Too much light at night. Have you ever fallen asleep with your TV on, scrolled through your phone in bed, or slept with a nightlight? These habits could be secretly sabotaging your melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. The science behind it. According to Dr. Charles Cheesler, a professor of sleep medicine at Harvard Medical School, exposure to artificial light, especially blue light from screens, suppresses melatonin and shifts the body's internal clock, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that even dim light exposure while sleeping can increase nighttime heart rate and insulin resistance, raising the risk of metabolic disorders like diabetes. How to fix it? Eliminate blue light exposure at least an hour before bed. That means no phones, tablets, or TV screens. If you must use them, activate night mode or use blue light blocking glasses. Use blackout curtains to eliminate external light pollution from street lamps or car headlights. Invest in warm, dimmable bedside lamps instead of bright overhead lights. When your bedroom is truly dark, your body naturally produces more melatonin, leading to deeper and more restorative sleep. 3. Is your bedroom the wrong temperature for sleep? Do you wake up sweating in the middle of the night or shiver under the covers in winter? Your bedroom temperature plays a crucial role in how efficiently your body transitions into deep sleep. What experts say? Dr. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist and sleep expert at the University of California, Berkeley, explains that the body needs to drop its core temperature by 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit, 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius, to initiate sleep. A study published in the journal Nature and Science of Sleep confirmed that optimal sleep occurs when the bedroom is kept between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Temperatures outside this range can lead to nighttime awakenings and fragmented sleep. How to fix it? Set your thermostat between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, for optimal sleep conditions. Use breathable, moisture-wicking bedding to regulate temperature and prevent overheating. Take a warm shower 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This helps cool your body down naturally as you prepare for sleep. Adjusting your bedroom temperature to align with your body's natural sleep needs can dramatically improve your sleep quality. 4. The wrong mattress and pillow can ruin your sleep. If you wake up with body aches or find yourself shifting positions all night, your mattress or pillow might be the problem. The science of sleep surfaces. A study by Dr. Bert Jacobson at Oklahoma State University found that sleeping on an old, unsupportive mattress can lead to chronic back pain, stiffness, and poor sleep quality. Participants who switched to a new, medium-firm mattress reported significant improvements in sleep comfort and pain reduction. Similarly, Dr. Michael Breus, a leading sleep specialist, emphasizes that pillows should support the natural curve of the neck. Using the wrong pillow can lead to neck pain, headaches, and even airway obstruction, increasing the risk of snoring and sleep apnea. How to fix it? Replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years to ensure proper spinal support. Choose a pillow based on your sleeping position, firm for side sleepers, medium for back sleepers, soft for stomach sleepers. Use hypoallergenic pillows and mattress covers to reduce allergens that can interfere with breathing during sleep. Upgrading your sleep surface is one of the most effective ways to enhance sleep quality and wake up feeling truly rested. 5. The psychological association between your bed and sleep. Do you use your bed for work, watching TV, or scrolling through social media? If so, your brain may no longer associate your bed with sleep, making it harder to fall asleep when you actually need to. The science of sleep conditioning. According to Dr. Richard Butson, a renowned sleep psychologist, associating your bed with activities other than sleep can create a conditioned response that delays sleep onset and increases nighttime wakefulness. This phenomenon is known as stimulus control, and it's a key principle in cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI. How to fix it? Use your bed only for sleep and intimacy, not for work, watching TV, or eating. If you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, get out of bed and do a relaxing activity, like reading a physical book, before trying again. Establish a consistent bedtime routine to signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. By reinforcing the association between your bed and sleep, you train your brain to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Final thoughts: small changes, big results. Your sleep environment is one of the most overlooked factors in sleep quality, yet it plays a massive role in your overall health. By making small but effective changes, reducing noise, eliminating excess light, optimizing temperature, improving your sleep surface, and conditioning your brain to associate your bed with rest, you can transform your nights and wake up feeling truly refreshed. Are you guilty of any of these sleep environment mistakes? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more science-backed sleep tips. The shocking truth about a sedentary lifestyle and sleep. Are you at risk? Imagine this. Robert, a 74-year-old retired professor, has always considered himself healthy. He doesn't drink excessively, he eats well, and he goes to bed at a reasonable hour. But every night, he struggles to sleep, tossing and turning, waking up groggy, and feeling fatigued throughout the day. He wonders what's wrong. Then, his doctor asks him one simple question: how much do you move during the day? Robert pauses. His days are mostly spent reading, watching TV, and sitting in his favorite recliner. Could this really be affecting his sleep? The silent killer: how sitting too much is destroying your sleep. You may have heard that sitting for long periods is bad for your heart and metabolism. But did you know it can severely impact your sleep quality as well? A groundbreaking study by Dr. Matthew Walker, a leading neuroscientist and sleep expert at the University of California, Berkeley, revealed that a sedentary lifestyle contributes to poor sleep by disrupting the body's natural sleep-wake cycle. His research, published in the Journal of Neuroscience, found that individuals who remain inactive for extended periods experience reduced deep sleep, the stage responsible for memory consolidation and cell repair, increased nighttime restlessness, making it harder to fall and stay asleep, higher cortisol levels, leading to heightened stress and difficulty relaxing at night. Exercise is one of the most powerful sleep aids we have. The problem is, most people don't realize how directly their inactivity is contributing to their insomnia, says Dr. Walker. What happens to your body when you don't move? Here's the truth. Your body is designed for movement. When you don't move enough, a cascade of negative effects begins. Blood circulation slows down, leading to poor oxygenation of the brain, making you feel sluggish. Melatonin production decreases. Melatonin is the sleep hormone that signals your body it's time to rest. Without adequate movement, its production can be delayed. Cortisol levels remain elevated. Too much stress hormone prevents relaxation and deep sleep. Increased risk of sleep apnea. A sedentary lifestyle is linked to obesity, which is one of the leading causes of sleep apnea, a condition that causes you to stop breathing momentarily during sleep. A 2020 study conducted by Drive Kenneth Wright from the University of Colorado Boulder found that individuals who spent more than 8 hours a day sitting had a 40% increased risk of developing sleep disturbances compared to those who engaged in regular physical activity. The magic window for physical activity and better sleep. You might be wondering if exercise improves sleep. Can I work out at any time of the day? Not exactly. Research from Dr. Charlene Gamaldo, a neurologist and medical director at Johns Hopkins Sleep Center, highlights the ideal time frame for physical activity to maximize sleep benefits. Morning exercise, best option, exposes you to natural sunlight, regulating your circadian rhythm and making it easier to fall asleep at night. Afternoon/evening good, but be careful, can still be beneficial, but avoid intense workouts at least 3 hours before bed, as they can elevate heart rate and body temperature, making it harder to wind down. Late night workouts, avoid. High-intensity exercise right before bed stimulates the nervous system and suppresses melatonin, making it difficult to sleep. Exercising in the morning or early evening improves sleep quality and reduces stress. But working out too late can be counterproductive, Dr. Gamaldo explains. Small changes that lead to big improvements. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to improve your sleep. Even small, consistent movements throughout the day can make a huge difference. Try these simple changes. The 30-second rule: stand up and stretch for 30 seconds every 30 minutes if you sit for long hours. Daily walks, just 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking, can significantly improve sleep quality. Evening yoga or gentle stretching helps relax the body and prepare for rest without overstimulating the system. Desk exercises, leg lifts, shoulder rolls, and deep breathing can keep blood flowing while working. A study published in Sleep Health by Dr. Michael Grandner, director of the Sleep and Health Research Program at the University of Arizona, found that people who walked just 6,000 steps per day reported falling asleep 15 minutes faster and had fewer night awakenings compared to those who walked less. Still not convinced? Look at these real-life results. Meet Susan, 68 years old. She suffered from chronic insomnia for years and relied on sleep medications that left her feeling groggy the next day. After incorporating daily 30-minute walks and stretching before bed, she not only started sleeping better, but also felt more energetic during the day. And then there's Tom, 72 years old. He was diagnosed with mild sleep apnea. His doctor recommended he start light strength training twice a week. Within a few months, his sleep apnea symptoms improved, and he no longer woke up gasping for air. Final takeaway: your body needs movement, even more than you think. If you're struggling with poor sleep and find yourself sitting most of the day, your body might be screaming for movement. The science is clear: a sedentary lifestyle disrupts your sleep, while regular movement promotes deeper, more restorative rest. So, what's the next step? Start small. Take short walks, stretch, and avoid long periods of sitting. Find an activity you enjoy: dancing, gardening, or even Tai Chi counts. Be consistent. Daily movement, even in small amounts, will add up over time. Are you ready to take back control of your sleep? Let us know in the comments how you plan to incorporate more movement into your day. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more life-changing health insights. Your future is in your hands. Make the right choice tonight. By now, you've seen how small, everyday habits, things you might not have thought twice about, can quietly impact your health in ways that only become apparent when it's too late. But here's the reality: it's never too late to take control. A restful night's sleep isn't just about feeling refreshed in the morning. It's about giving your body the best chance to function at its peak, protecting your heart, your brain, and your overall well-being. Whether it's adjusting your eating schedule, managing nighttime stress, or optimizing your sleep environment, these changes aren't just suggestions, they're essential STE. So let me ask you, which of these nighttime habits surprised you the most? Have you been making any of these mistakes without realizing it? Drop a comment. And remember, knowledge is power, but action is what makes the difference. Start tonight. Make one change. Prioritize your health, because your best years aren't behind you, they're still ahead, waiting for you to claim them. Sleep well, stay well, and take care.